Hallo und willkommen zurück zu Folge 3 von If My Heart Had Wings. In der letzten Folge hat sich unser Main Character von Kotori verabschiedet und ist danach zu seinem neuen Zuhause gegangen. Und es ist, surprise, surprise, ein Girls Dormitory und er ist die Dormmother. Allerdings wusste er das vorher nicht, deshalb lustige Action erstmal, als die Girls sich gewundert haben, was da für ein Typ vorbeikommt. Er hat außerdem in dem Dorm Kotori wieder getroffen, die dort ebenfalls wohnt und eine ganz andere Seite ihres Charakters gezeigt hat. Wir schauen jetzt, wie er in seinen ersten Tag als Dormmother startet. My first job as a dormmother. That is to make breakfast for the boarders. Das ist tatsächlich ein bisschen lustig. Ein Dude als Dormmother für Mädels Dormitory. Munch, munch. That's some good eating. Oh, you're good at cooking. Can I have some more rice? Sure, big bowl, right? You know it. I'm pretty confident in my cooking. Until recently I was living with my father, who was ordered to transfer to the country, and every day I helped with the housework. Das ist nice, ich sollte auch häufiger kochen. Ich sollte wirklich häufiger kochen, aber hier die Küche im Dormitory ist nicht sehr ansprechend. Also ist nicht schlimm, aber halt kein Ort, wo man irgendwie so gerne kocht. Außerdem während der Uni Vorlesungszeit irgendwie echt keine Zeit dafür. I was in charge of preparing the meals, and it's not like I hated cooking or anything. That's one of the reasons why I accepted the job as dorm mother. So the others don't eat breakfast, huh? Die fühlen sich wahrscheinlich einfach weird bei dir zu essen. Since just now, no one has come into the dining hall. Sometimes there would be someone walking through the hallway in front, but they seem to be sticking around. No, they're just awkward. Kanako looked towards the hallway just as the oldest boarder Yuka was peeking in before swiftly dashing off. Was ist so awkward? Jeez, they're all so naive. They still haven't gotten used to boys. Ja, dem Alter 18 Jahre oder so, da muss man noch... Ist schon verständlich, wenn man die bisher nur aus der Ferne gesehen hat. But Keifu is a co-ed school, right? Even if you go to the same school, you won't see them with their bad heads and faces without makeup. Ah! I see. Das ist gerade wirklich so ein Aha-Moment gewesen für mich. Dinge, über die Mädchen nachdenken, über die ich mir absolut gar keine Gedanken mache. It seems that a guy being the dorm mother of a girl's dormitory will have its problems after all. There's a reason why I accepted the job as dorm mother at Flying Fish Manor. Not long ago, the owner janitor collapsed. Okay. It sounds like she's pretty old, and as well as straining her back, she caught a summer cold, which became aggravated. And we all know colds in Japan are deadly. The owner soon began looking for a replacement, but it was hard to find one. Then she sought help from the real estate company where my mother works. This is one of the properties that my mom manages, and is an old acquaintance of the owner from decades ago. She nominated me for this job just as I was planning to come back here. On the documents, my mom isn't the one responsible for this place, but she got me to carry out the practical duties. In other words, the work of the dorm mother. Then that became the condition for me coming back to this town. Ei, was in der Eltern sagen, du musst schon für mich arbeiten auf meinem Property, ja, wenn du... Okay. As always, she's very crafty, but I wasn't really against the idea, so I accepted. I mean... If I'd known it was a girls' dormitory, of course I would have refused. Of course. Because you're a real gentleman. This place is old, a little far from the school, but the rent is cheap. Apart from the food and admin expenses, it costs next to nothing. Moment, musst du dafür bezahlen? Jetzt sag mir nicht, du musst da drin arbeiten und trotzdem dafür bezahlen. That's why it would be a big problem for me if I couldn't stay here, and if in the worst case scenario, the boarders won't be able to go to school. So for now it seems that everyone has accepted a guy as the dorm mother. Ah. Thanks for the meal. Ooh, that was good. Kanako stacked up the dishes on the counter and licked her lips in satisfaction. Everyone will get used to you soon. Well then, I'm off now. She had eaten it all, not even a single grain of rice was left. Gut, dass für mehrere Leute vorbereitet hat, schätze ich. To have people enjoy my cooking feels pretty good. Das kann ich mir vorstellen, das muss irgendwie echt ziemlich satisfying sein. I feel deeply relieved. I'm happy that things are going well. Oh jeez, I better get ready for school. Oh jeez. Ich muss jedes Mal an Rick and Morty. Einfach, ja. Ah. In the entrance of the dormitory. Mann, was ist los? Was ist los heute mit meinem Sprechen? Ich dachte gerade, einen Moment. Ja, nee, never mind. Das ist nicht der richtige Moment für diese Anekdote. In the entrance of the dormitory, there was Kotori. She was dressed in her uniform and looked like she was about to go to school. Morning, Kotori. Morning. Are you going to school? Shall we go together? Huh? Why do you want to do that? Why? Well, ich meine, es ist schon weird, wenn man gleichzeitig geht und einfach getrennt gehen würde. Wenn man gleich vom selben Ort gleichzeitig losgeht und dasselbe Ziel hat. If you're worried about my legs, then there's no need. She put it bluntly as she quickly went out the front door. I don't have any friends at school, so I was just asking. It looked like we'd had a strange misunderstanding. Wearing my new uniform, I make my way to school. Warum sieht hier alles so krass futuristisch aus? Was zur Hölle? I'm a dorm mother, but also a student of KFU Academy. I mean, this is my real occupation. Today's the first day at my new school. I'm not really the shy type, but I guess I am kind of nervous. I would say that the school I was going to before was a sports-focused all-boys school. KFU Academy, the school I'll be going to now, is an engineering school and a co-ed. And the school's traditions are quite different too. As I walk the streets that lead to school, there are more and more groups of people wearing the same uniform. Schuluniform einfach. Ich weiß bis heute nicht, was ich davon halten soll. Finde ich irgendwie seltsam, den Gedanken. Aber vielleicht hat das auch was. I don't know. This is the same area in which I lived 5 years ago. There should be a few people that I know, but most of the people who I'd recognize went on to the regular schools. I wonder if the ones who chose to go to KFU Academy remember me. Even if I only know one person, it will make a big difference. You know Kotori? There'll be more weird misunderstandings with Miss Elio too. Oh yeah, which school do AGH and the others go to? They're my childhood friends who I always played with when I was a kid. There's Ageha, Mabo, Hotaru, and An-chan. Out of that group, Ageha and Mabo are the same age as me, but we haven't met in 5 years and haven't really stayed in touch. We just about managed to exchange New Year's cards, but that reminds me, in the corner of last year's New Year card, I think there was a small message about which school we were planning to go to. What did it say? Well, a lot of things happened, or maybe I'm just lazy, but I haven't told anyone apart from An-chan that I'm coming back. To be honest, I'm not even sure how I should be if I met them. Sorry. With the ones like Ageha, she'd probably smash my face and she'd say, "Why didn't you contact me?" or something. She looked and acted like a real tomboy. When I remember the past, it makes me smile, but hey, girl. At the point where Tao Street leading to the school meet. What? At the point where Tao Street leading to this. Ich werde gar nicht versuchen, diesen Satz zu verstehen. There was a girl wearing a KFU uniform standing there, looking towards me. Wenn man vom Teufel spricht. The other girls that she was walking to school with asked, "What's up?" and seemed puzzled as they spoke to her. However, it seemed that girl can't hear them and she's staring over here at me. Just faintly, her eyes seemed full of surprise. She's pretty cute. Das ist auch das erste, was ich auschecke, wenn ich fremde Mädchen sehe. Without realizing, I stopped walking and was staring at the girl. Sie hat angefangen zu starren, deshalb ist das in Ordnung. See? Until a few days ago, I was going to an all-boys school. The sight of a girl on the way to school in her uniform. She was pretty cute too, you said that already. Causing me to get palpitations is perfectly reasonable. Was sind Palpitations? Wörterbuch, Palpitation. Herzklopfen. Das hätte ich jetzt nicht geraten. Is that you, Aoi? Yes, it is. Suddenly having someone call my name in such a carefree manner made me feel a little nervous. Who is it? It is you, Aoi. No way, it really is you. There, she said my name again, and she has such a happy expression on her face. Do I know any girls this cute? No, wait, I've seen this face before. When she smiles like this and her eyes sparkle like a little kid's. Is that you, Ageha? Yeah, of course, it's me, Ageha. Did you forget my face? She asked as she briskly moved closer, bringing her face right up to mine. It's definitely Ageha. She's changed a lot, but if I just look at her face, there's no doubt that it's her. Is it really that Ageha? Yeah, very funny. How many other Agehas do you know? 100% authentic, the real Ageha Himegi. What is it? What is it? Said the other girls as they gathered around in a circle. I kriegte eine Menge Attention heute. Ageha turned to face them and introduced me. This is Aoi Minase. He's a transfer student. You remember him, don't you, Sachin? Sachin, was ist das für ein weirder Name? Sachin replied, no way, Aoi? As she warmly raised her voice in surprise. When we were in the 4th grade of elementary school, we were in the same class once. Aoi and I are childhood friends. He used to live here, but he got transferred to another school, right? The girls seemed impressed by Ageha's explanation and they looked at me with eyes full of expectation. Was für Erwartung. Nice to meet you. I'm Aoi Minase. In front of all these girls in their uniforms, I greeted them with a stern look on my face as I tried to hide my embarrassment. Ageha laughed as she looked on with relish. I never thought I would find myself doing introductions in the street on the way to school like this, so I was totally unprepared. I'll say it again. Let me do it again. Deja vu. I could hear Miss Alule's words in the back of my mind. Will she forever be Miss Alule? You've gotten taller. I didn't recognize you at first. Ich erkenne Menschen auch immer in ihrer Körpergröße. As she spoke, Ageha was moving her hands around my head to show the difference in height between myself and her. Our bodies were making contact, but she either didn't notice or didn't really mind. I flinched slightly, but the fact that she was so unreserved actually made me feel more comfortable. Back in the day, we used to have such good matches. Boys are so unfair. Speaking of which, you've changed too. Really? As she said, you think so? She looked at herself. Boy. Yeah, you've always looked like a boy, so I was surprised to see that you became a girl. Those were my honest thoughts, but I said them in a way that sounded weird. Yup. 100%. I thought you might find it slightly charming, but ooh, incoming. Oh, okay. Ha! So I've become quite the woman, haven't I? Ageha laughed happily and did a little turn on the spot. The force of her spin made her skirt float round gently. Reminds me of someone. Yeah, it's like you're not really Ageha. That's not nice. Well, dazed and not really thinking, those thoughts just kind of slipped out. Yay, alright. Ageha was pleased and did high fives with her face. But seeing her in high spirits like that was just like old times. Ageha, my best friend during my childhood, hadn't changed in the 5 years that had passed. Her appearance was surprising though. The lessons on my first day at my new school flew by in the blink of an eye. Ich finde mal weird, wie die so Highschool-Teenager-Stories machen und einfach das Schulleben so einfach vollkommen irrelevant. Als Teenager ist halt Schule so basically, keine Ahnung, 2/3, 3/4 deines Lebens. Literally, also Tageszeit abzüglich schlafen, natürlich. Und häufig ist es einfach so, ja, wir skippen das jetzt mal, weil interessiert ja nicht. Und es erweckt immer so einen völlig falschen Eindruck vom Leben, habe ich das Gefühl. Aber weil, ja klar, es macht keinen Sinn, so immer zu erzählen, so war der Unterricht und so weiter. Man hat ja immer das Gefühl, die Leute haben eigentlich so ein völlig freies Leben und nur Freizeit. Und ja, ich weiß natürlich, ist das Unsinn, aber es wirkt immer so ein bisschen dadurch, habe ich das Gefühl. Warum ist hier eigentlich permanent in der unteren rechten Ecke der Box einfach ein Flugzeug mit einem sich drehenden Rotor? Egal. Between the language and social study lessons taught in regular schools were those from a specialist curriculum. I was still in the second grade, so there aren't that many. But it looks like when you go into the third and fourth grades, the number of these specialist lessons increases. Es gibt fourth grade? Ich dachte, High School geht nur bis dritte. By the way, this is a 5-year school. Okay. What? Sogar 5? That's why when walking the hallways, this kind of thing happens. What kind of thing? Hey, she's pretty. Coming from an all-boys school with its sad customs, I couldn't help my eyes from following the girls as I walked past them. Oh, dude. Ho ho, so you're already checking out the girls. No, that's not it. I just thought that they looked really grown up, that's all. They're seniors from the 4th and 5th grades, aren't they? At our age, a gap of 3 or 4 years is pretty big. The students in the upper grades look very mature. Also, although this is a specialist school, the percentage of girls is pretty high. Although this is a specialist school, okay. Huh? Why is that? Without thinking, I really took an interest in that, and Ageha looked at me as if she wanted to call me a pervert would. At the time that the school was rebuilt, they made an effort to accept more girls. I'd heard about that before, but I'd heard about that before I transferred. They increased the number of courses for girls and asked famous designers to make the designs for the new building. It has been said, thanks to that, the ratio of boys and girls is about 50-50, which is one of the selling points of the school. Okay, sind die so Boys dominated, die Schulen, die guten Schulen in Japan? Bearing this in mind, I felt uneasy about choosing this school as the one I would transfer to, but I'd like people to think that it can't be helped because I'm from an all-boys school. By the way, it's now lunchtime. Ageha's in the middle of giving me a guided tour of the school building. Nein! Sorry. Yeah, but this really is an amazing school. Looks around at all the girls. Oh boy. The school itself is pretty old. Ja. Nein! Looks at picture. What the fuck? Das sieht dann aus wie moderne Nee, eher wie so komisches Silicon Valley Startup-Unternehmen oder so. Naja, nicht Startup, dafür ist zu groß. You know what I mean. Due to it being a special kind of school, of course. Was heißt das überhaupt Specialist School? Was meint ihr damit genau? It's famous in the local area. I've known about it too since I was a little kid. Ein Schluck Wasser. Ich kriege so einen trockenen Hals vom Reden. The school building has been rebuilt over the last few years, with the renovations divided into several stages, the last of which was completed just 1 year ago. It's said that it's because of the famous designers. The design uses many curved lines, so the appearance is far more removed from what that generally associated associated with the word school. Okay, das ist einfach nicht grammatikalisch korrekt. Alles klar. It felt like I had entered some kind of sci-fi setting. Didn't you just say the school is very old? Ah, ja, natürlich, die Schule kann halt alt sein, aber die Gebäude müssen nicht alt sein. Ja, das macht natürlich Sinn. The facilities are first class too. Air conditioning, full disabled access, so anyone can feel peace of mind as they spend their school days here. Full disabled access, okay, this is here. Disabled access? That's right, Miss Eljul, I mean Kotori, should be somewhere in this school. But, oh, you really have changed. Ageha, she walked by my side, was happily murmuring as she looked at my face. In the past, your face was a cuter, but now it seems more rugged somehow. Yeah, same to you. Hey, I don't look rugged. If she knew that when we met on the way to school earlier, I thought, she's pretty cute. She never let it go, so I'd better keep quiet. If I hadn't heard it from Anchan, I never would have realized. You heard it from Anchan? Yes, that you were coming back. By the way, I'm in the same class as Ageha. Nice. She knew that I might be coming as a transfer student, which is why she wasn't that surprised by our chance meeting this morning. Hey you, if you were going to come back, you should have contacted me. Contracted me? Nice to say. Sorry. The reason why we call him Anchan isn't because he's like an older brother type guy. He was our childhood friend, but he was much older than us, so we nicknamed him Anchan. So he was like an older brother to us, but that wasn't the reason we called him Anchan. He's not related by blood, but he's just like a real big brother. Ageha glared at me and said jeez, as I tried to laugh it off. The old me would have made you taste the Axe-Bomb Balariot. Axe-Bomb Balariot? What? She wouldn't really have hit me. As we talked, we went back to the classroom. Okay. What the fuck? The classrooms weren't exactly normal either. Das sieht aus halt wie so, genau, Classroom für Space Pilots in Training oder so. I feel a little uneasy taking lessons here, but maybe I'll get used to it sometime soon. By the way, there's a girl in a wheelchair in the school, right? Miss No, I mean, she's called Kotori Habane. Warum sag ich immer Hanabe? I asked Ageha as we returned to our seats. I didn't ask what grade she was in, but even if it's not the same, I thought Ageha would at least be aware of her. Yeah. Ist das nicht mega weird, wenn er danach fragt? Girls in wheelchairs, my special fetish. Ageha reacted like she was being evasive. Findest du die Frage weird oder kannst du das Mädchen nicht leiden? It wasn't just Ageha, but the other people sitting nearby who heard our conversation also seemed kind of awkward. If you're after Kotori, she's in this class. It looks like she's not here today, though. What? After Ageha said that, someone added, you mean today either, don't you? The way she said that seemed quite harsh. That can't be, I mean... I thought about explaining that she had left the dormitory this morning in her uniform, but I held my tongue. Don't want people to know. The atmosphere was kind of strange. Recently, she's been off school for a long time. It seems like she's not feeling well. Not feeling well? Yesterday she had went out to Windmill Hill and then later she was chasing that duck around the halls of the dormitory. And this morning she left wearing her uniform. Is she skipping school? However, more worrying than what Kotori is up to is the reaction of the others in the class when they heard us talking about her. Even Ageha looked like she had something she wanted to say but couldn't. But I don't really know what the situation is, so I can't really say anything. Hey, Yamamoto! Can you lend me your English dictionary? As the awkwardness started to fade, an optimistic voice called out. From the entrance of the classroom, a carefree-looking guy poked his head and started speaking to a boy in our class. Oh, good timing. Hey, my boy. My boy! Sorry. What is it, Ageha? You want something? The guy known as Marbo came into the classroom. Any chance in a bad mood? Any chance in a bad mood because you and I are friends. That's what you might call jealousy, right? Whatever. Come over here. Huh? Who's this? Transfer student? Agea looks pretty cute, but she's like a dude on the inside, so watch out. Agea and I both looked blankly at him for a moment. What? Long time no see, Marble. Huh? Why is this transfer student being so buddy-buddy with me, they seem to say. It's me. Have you forgotten me? It's me, you say? Huh? What? Is that you, Aoi? I looked at Ageha and she... Hehe. She wanted to surprise him, so it seems like she intentionally didn't tell him. This slightly superficial guy is Masatsugu Tasaki, or Mabo as we call him. He's our childhood friend. Why is Aoi here? So, is he a transfer student? Oh, what? You're way too surprised. Of course I'm surprised. What? You seem well, Mabo. You've grown pretty big. Masatsugu used to be really small, but now he was about the same size as me. It's not quite like the change in Ageha, but in the 5 years that have passed since we were kids, it looks like it looked like it. Frustration setting in. It looks like he's grown to about twice the size. You too. We grabbed each other by the right hand. This was instead of a small, quiet greeting. Is it really you, Aoi? Yeah, I'm back, my boy. Welcome back, Aoi! This time, bam, he gave me a full-on hug. Hey! Oh, so this is what they call passionate friendship, huh? We were the only ones who thought so, whereas all of the girls around us were totally freaked out. Dudes hugging each other. I miss you, Aoi. What? No, not really, you traitor! My ball suddenly backed off and thrust his finger at the end of my nose. What is this all of a sudden? I thought you just upped and left, and you didn't even contact me. Do you even know what Ageha and I have been through, you jerk? No, you can't involve me in this. And after that, how dare you? I'm sorry, but it's not my fault that I had to move away. If you want to complain, say it to my dad. I thought about writing a letter, but I felt kind of embarrassed. For the most part, the fact that there was no contact was both our faults. You traitor! I'll never forgive you. I hate you. You're an idiot. Deja vu? With saliva flying out of his mouth as he emphasized his words, Marble forgot all about borrowing the English dictionary and he stormed out of the classroom. Ooh. Hard. Are you a little kid or something? It wasn't just us, but everyone in the classroom was shocked. I thought this might happen, which is why I didn't tell him. If he'd known, he would have been going off at full throttle like that from the beginning. I think that was the correct decision. I want to say thank you. Even so, he did seem really upset about it. He recently got a girlfriend and he's really into her. When we were kids, he'd always say, Aoi, Ageha, wait, as he followed us everywhere we went. It's fine, he'll soon go back to how he always is. That guy really likes you, Aoi. Don't say it like that, it sounds weird. Really? I think it's cute. Seems like the other girls didn't think like that. While we carried on talking, the bell to mark the end of lunchtime sounded. Everyone put away their lunchboxes and got ready for the next lesson. Ageha went back to her seat. She stopped halfway, then walked back. What's up? Ageha seemed concerned about those around us and lowered her voice. I was wondering how you know about Kotori. Well, the truth is my mom asked me to be the dorm mother of a student dormitory. I lowered my voice so that those around us couldn't hear. Ich wette, sie screamt das gleich sowas von raus und lacht sich lang. The caretaker of a dormitory? Kotori is boarding there. Oh, really? My mom asked me to take good care of Kotori. Even if she hadn't, I'd be worried about her anyway. As she listened to my explanation, Ageha thought it over. Her expression darkened somehow. If it carries on like this, she'll stop coming altogether. Everyone's worried about her. Looks like she's not really enjoying school. Looked as if she was saying, I can't believe she doesn't enjoy school. You seem to enjoy it. Me? Of course I do. It's a fun school, that's why. I guess. It was still my first day at the new school, but I was enjoying it quite a lot too. Ich wünschte, ich hätte das zur Schulzeit auch sagen können. Heute ist irgendwie schade, dass ich die Schule immer kacke fand. Eigentlich war es schon nice. Nein, eigentlich, also Schule an sich war nicht nice, aber es nice Leute da. Jeden Tag meine Freunde sehen. Ja, schön. Really, is that so? Whether or not she was convinced by my story, Ageha mumbled something or other as she returned to her seat. Ich finde diesen Ausdruck something or other mega weird. Er hört sich einfach jedes Mal so grammatikalisch falsch an. So, ich habe diesmal nicht viel zu sagen. Das war Folge 3. Ich hoffe, es hat euch gut gefallen und ihr seid auch nächstes Mal wieder dabei.